Doctors, what was the best excuse you've heard for someone having something stuck in their ass? I am a nurse. A male as well. Guy came to my hospital with a cue ball stuck in his rectum. Monsieur said him and his wife were having sex and this happened. Made no excuses and showed no shame. Doc was unable to remove it with forceps and he had to get anesthesia to have a minor surgical procedure to get it out. My job was basically to just go through a pre-surgical checklist and send him on his way. When I'm done, he shouts excitedly, "All right, let's get this ball rolling." I almost died laughing. It was near the end of my shift and I always wonder what happened to Hi Monsieur. I'm sure he did fine and is back to having amazing kinky sex with his wife. Guy told me he was constipated so he stuck the broom handle up there to break up the poop. I almost believed Hi Monsieur. Edit. It was half of a broom handle, cut off and wrapped in electrical tape, all the way inside his ass. A college friend who is an OR nurse said the best thing she ever witnessed was a small snow globe with the message, "World's Greatest Dad," on the inside. My mom was a nurse and always remembered the guy whose wife was out of town so he was cooking naked and slipped and fell on a potato. Not an excuse, but a medic told me that they have contests about what is the most unexpected thing they pulled out of butts. The winner was a guy that put an electric Christmas decoration, the ones you wrap around the tree. In her own words, the legend doesn't say whether he plugged it or not. I should have asked what the excuse was for that one. Saw someone with a remote control stuck way up in their colon. She said she was getting herself ready for anal sex with her boyfriend and then it got stuck. The kicker was that she showed up to the hospital with her boyfriend and her husband in tow. Fell down some stairs and someone left a dildo on the bottom. Jesus Christ, my moment has come. A friend of mine used to work in a dispatch call center for emergency services. In these call centers there needs to be a triage nurse on site to deal with life-threatening situations. So my mate tells me about this story she had, where a man came in with a garden gnome up his hoop. His story was that he went shopping and locked himself out of house, so needed to climb back in through the second floor window. Fell back and got entered by the gnome. I mean, the gnome was inside his pants. Like there was no gnome-shaped hole in his pants. But whatever, let's call it a miracle. So anyway, they get this gnome out, fishing rod and all, patch him up and send him on his way. 3 hours later a different dude comes in with the same problem and the same story. After cutting through the bullshit they determined the two blokes had been gnoming each other. Realized they both needed doctors. Arranged to go to different hospitals with this 200 IQ story. And one of them got mixed up. Still makes me laugh to this day. Edit. Me no tripe good. Nurse. I tried to dig something out of my ass with a barbecue skewer. Skewer got stuck. Ripped a hole in his intestines. He waited so long to come in he was septic. One stat OR visit and an ICU stay later. Please don't call my mom. Guy was tripping hard on LSD. My ex is a nurse. One night she sent me a pic of her computer of what she was working on. 16-year-old male brought in by his mother. Shoved a sausage up his ass and lost it. Imagine the embarrassment of telling mom, "Hey monsieur, I lost a sausage in my ass. Can you take me to the Fucking kids. I took a walk outside and something just flew into my ass. When I was a student working in a guy came in with an unraveled wire hanger stuck and hooked up there. He said he was trying to fish out the vibrator he lost. Paramedic. Here. Had one guy tell me he slipped on a banana peel and landed on the upright vase on the floor. He then proceeded to produce a banana peel for good measure. Edit. My first gold and a couple other goodies. I'm really happy that you all enjoy a good laugh from my career this far. There was a news story in my country. A man went to the and they discovered that he drunkenly put 2 hammerheads in his ass. His reasoning being that he ate a jar of preserved cherries with pits and then had abdominal pain and wanted to smash the pits. I stuck it up there on purpose and now it's stuck. Please help. It was a perfectly honest and valid reason for have something stuck up your ass. And we helped. No further questions needed. I've got this one. Not a doctor but triage. Guy comes in, walking, kinda awkwardly. Doesn't take a seat. When it's his turn, he's called up to triage and again refuses to sit. What brings you in today? I said. I've lost a glass. You know, like a tumbler. Shuffles. Okay, so, why are you here? Quote, well, we had a party that got out of hand last night. I was cleaning the house this morning and I noticed one of my drinks glasses was missing. And I think it might be up my ass. That's it as far as explanation. But sure enough, there it was on x-ray. Rim side first. So after it disappeared up his asshole, it basically filled itself with shit. Now, anytime people that know the story ask if I've seen something they've lost, I ask if they've checked their asshole. It always boils down to the person accidentally sat on it. The best my dad saw, a former emergency doctor, was a young guy who accidentally sat on a giant tub of Vaseline. Accidentally. I asked how doctors record that in their patient files. And the common way to do so is to say, the patient claims to have sat on X object. Edit. My dad's thrilled that his story has touched so many of you. Tears of joy. Guy came in with a cordless phone up his ass. Like one of the old school ones from 15 years ago. He said that when he was in the kitchen bending over opening the oven door, someone threw it through his open window and it just went right up. Had a guy with a screwdriver up there. Handle first. He was honest, said the wife wanted to try something new. Why the screwdriver? Something shaped like a dick would have been gay. I always thought that was a real weird place to draw that a line. My friend is a nurse. She told me about a guy who came into her. He claimed to have fallen out of a tree and a branch went right up his ass. They x-rayed him and he had this perfectly round wooden rod up his ass. When they removed it, they saw that it was sanded, painted and primed. That branch must have come from a genetically modified species of tree. Lol.